Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Del Mar as we kick off week number 3 here at the Summer Meet 2025 style. I'm Kurt Hoover. Be with you throughout the afternoon and the meet here as we look forward to a really good Thursday card of racing. 8 races on today's program. The usual suspect here on Thursday, that's my friend Ryan Anderson. And Ryan, let's face it, sometimes in the past, Thursday cards be a little thin. You kind of have to dig and dive to make some money. Not today. This has got some meat to it, full fields, really a challenging card.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get into this card. The entire pick six is full of oversubscribed fields, so full fields to go to, and I wouldn't be surprised if this carries into tomorrow.
Not at all. Being a pick six player, I always handicap the pick six, meaning can it carry? The answer to me is a definite yes. Probably chalk out now that I've said that, but let's do our best, Ryan. First race, the only small field on the card, and it's a quality field. Really nice horses, really a small stakes race, the way the conditions are written for these horses. Field of 5 set to go. What'd you think here, Ryan?
Yeah, very quality field, even though there's only 5 runners. I went 4-1 here. I think the 4 Boss Sully coming out of that graded stakes effort at Churchill Downs, just losing to Think Big, who is one of the best turf sprinters we have in the country, and now he's actually routing. But Boss Sully, I think, got some time off since then, comes back in here. He should be in razor-sharp form. And then the 1 Virat, I think, is going to be some speed from the inside with Hector Barrios. Rails are out at 24 feet today, so saving ground always important.
I'll show you what a tough race it is, Ryan. There's only 5 horses. You picked at 4-1. I'm going to pick at 5-3. So we've got 4 of the 5 horses, and I thought any one of them could win. It's that type of race. Sumter ran giant here last summer, almost a year to the day off a big layoff. That was a really good race, too. That was more of a stakes race with Brand and Paxa Wallop, so he can fire fresh. Mike Smith rides. He got beat by one of the best sprinters in the country in Motorious last time out. I went to Sumter on top. Sorrento Sky likes this course, should get a nice tracking trip. He's fresh for Phil D'Amato. But to me, it's an all race. Even Daniel's Magic, who's the longest shot, has got ability and is a talented horse. So 5-3 for picking purposes. On to race 2 starts the early pick 4. We got maidens, claimers, kind of. I don't think anyone's going to reach in for $150,000, but that's the condition.
Yeah, high-level maiden claiming event. I went 2-6 in here. The 6 Mr. AP obviously drew very well to the outside and has a good series of works, but I lean towards the 2 Bella's Bro. Dan was 3rd on debut, so ran okay. But again, I think being by Yaupan, who's been off to an excellent 2-year-old season with his 2-year-old crop there, I wanted to give that one a look. Had a really sharp work, 3 back, and 2 maintenance-type works leading in here. So I want to give the 2 Bella's Bro my top bid.
Tough race. You got a couple of ship and win horses who don't have good form, but those horses win when they come here for ship and win. I picked the Hector Palma first, or Mr. AP. Damn grade 2 stakes placed. Has already had 1 winner make it to the races. A very solid work tab drawn outside from a man Palma, so 6 on top. Thought the 5 My Moroni for Luis Mendez would run better. Stumbled pretty good at the break, kind of got into the bit and rushed up. Indiana bred of all things. Showed speed. I think will run better with Maldonado. 6-5 in race number 2. On to race 3, which does tip off the pick 6. My old friend Zimba Warrior is out. So scratch Zimba Warrior. Tough field here. Our second race on the grass. How do you see this one, Ryan?
Yeah, I picked this one 7-11 to start with the 7 Super Ellie. Has had kept good company recently. Is in pretty good form for Mark Glatt. Kazushi Kimura is on to ride. I think there's plenty of speed, which should set up for this horse. And 10-1 on the morning line really intrigued me. I don't know if we'll get close to that, but I think 10-1 represents some really good value. And the 11 Contrary Chieftain should handle the turf. Has some turf breeding in the family. Kyle Frey's just going to have to save some ground from that outside post. But for a very hot barn in Librado Baraccio. Obviously just won the grade 1 Bing Crosby there with Lovesick Blues, but 7-11 for me.
Difficult race. I went to the 4 Law Abiding for Steve Miotti. I thought this horse ran like a horse who really needed a race last time. First start of the year, ran evenly, switched to Demuro today. The horse has won routing, fits the conditions nicely for a good barn. So Law Abiding for me. I'm with you on Super Ellie. I think a big price at 10-1. Comes off a good win last time out for Mark Glatt. Kazushi Kimura rides back, so I made it 4-7 in a race that could fall a lot of different ways. 4th race, take out the Alsos. I always say, Ryan, it's not a good meet for also eligibles. That's one thing I've been right about all meet. 10 go post for it here.
That's right. Yeah, it's rarely a good meet for also eligibles here at Del Mar. I went 3-1 here in the 4th, taking the 2 class droppers that are dropping down from Maiden Special Weight and State Bred Maiden Claiming Company. The number 3 Eastwick is my top pick in here. Huge drop, as I mentioned. Biggest drop in racing, going from Maiden Special Weight to Maiden Claiming. This one goes all the way down to Maiden 20. Kazushi Kimura and Richard Mandela team up. This one is clearly bred to like the 2 turns, so I wanted to give this one my top look. Most likely a single on the early pick 5 for me.
Yeah, I thought this race was among the class droppers myself. I picked the 10 Severe Clear for Dean Pedersen. Decent dirt pedigree, puts the blinkers on, which I like a lot. With Pereira on the sidelines, Abel Cedillo picks up the mount. I think this horse will run a lot better. The runner-up in that last race, Kiddo KO, whatever his name is, came back to win nicely here on Sunday. So Severe clear on top for me. I thought Big Whoosh finished well in his last start at San Anita. I thought he finished well. He galloped out nice. Leonard Powell's been playing it aggressive this meet. His horse has been running well. He's been dropping when he needs to, and I think that's the case here. Solid gallop out, finished well, Big Whoosh for second. Outside, inside, 10-1 in race number 4. Fifth race, the AEs are out once again. 11 go a mile on the grass. Another tricky race, I thought, Ryan.
Very tricky race, very full field. It should be very competitive. I ended up on the number 8, Quantum Energy. First off the claim for trainer Jeff Mullins, who it's obviously a very strong move for him. I think that was just a fitness race last time out at Los Alamitos. Comes in here, should handle the turf just fine, has been on the turf before. Obviously, the clubhouse rides can kind of handle any surface that you throw their way. So 8-1 for me. I like the way True Patriot closes off some races. Has trouble kind of finishing as he has 5 second-place finishes, but Hector Barrios might be able to get him across the wire first.
You and I are on the same page here, and I think Jeff Mullins made a very good claim with Quantum Energy. This horse was taken out of that race at Los Al, even effort on the dirt. His best game is going long on the grass. Tyler Bay's been working this horse. He rides for Jeff here. I think this horse will run very, very well today. And since he's Calbred, this I think will turn out to be a very nice claim. Same horse for second for me. The 1, True Patriot. I thought he ran like a horse who desperately needed a race. It looked like to me a perfect setup race to run him long at Del Mar, and that's where he shows up. He cut inside, turning for home. He galloped out well. Barrios doesn't ride a lot for Hess, but he rides this horse back, a big plus for me. So Ryan and I see the 5th the same way, 8-1 in race 5 to kick off the late pick 4. 6th race, couple of program scratches, 8 and 14 are out. What do we do here?
Yeah, I went 9-1. Went with the 7-2. Night with Lewis, Antonio Fresu, Jeff Mullins again. First off the claim for Jeff Mullins. We just talked about how strong of an angle that is. Drops in class, cuts the claiming price tag in half after a pretty tough trip last out. Battled between horses, which is always hard to overcome. Drops into a level where he fits, and he has a lot of figures to get back to that I think win here. And the one Lady of Sky, I thought deserved a look. Sofia Benderella is still aboard. Been aboard for all 3 of this one's wins. Comes in winning 2 straight. And improved off the claim last time for the trainer as well.
Yeah, a good race. One of my better price plays today. I thought the 4, Recycle Your Heart, would run very well. I like this horse's maiden win back in April. One nice, that was, I think, a much stronger than usual maiden 20. They sent the horse up to Emerald Downs. Didn't run bad. Ran into a real nice horse named Celine G in a stakes race, an allowance race. Just ran evenly. Drops in for 16. 2 works for Andy Mathis. Ricky Gonzalez aboard. I like Recycle Your Heart at a price of 6-1. And the 1 Lady of Sky for Troy Dial, who's hit at a really good percentage from very small sample size. He's made some good claims. And the one thing as a gambler you like about his horses, Ryan, almost everyone has paid a price. They're not 6-5 shots. Part of that, a rider like Sarah Barondell is not going to get any tote action. She's a decent, solid rider. I've watched her a couple times on this horse and others. I like her on this horse and should get a good trip. So I went 4-1, but Recycle Your Heart, one of my better price plays on today's card. 7th race also is gone again. A field of 10 go. First half of the late double.
Yeah, this is where my lean in the pick 6s comes in. Race 7, I went 4-10. I'm going to lean heavy on the number 4, Hopeful, for Mark Glatt and Antonio Fresu. I love this one's effort last time out. The ownership, Rancho Temescal and Partners, they obviously aim for Del Mar. I believe this was the ultimate kind of goal as they bring her along really nicely. Drew better. Drew post 4 this time. Drew 10 last time out. Fresu should have no problem sitting a nice pocket trip with this one. Has some tactical speed, and I think there's enough pace with the number 2, Run a Mile in My Shoes, and the number 8, Rugaluk. Both kind of need the lead types.
Very good race. I'm like you. I thought Hopeful ran super. Outside post, had to overcome a lot, and won nice. He didn't break real sharp and still won. One like a horse, there's a lot more there, I think. There's already been one next out winner out of that race. The horse to beat, for me, is the 2, Run a Mile in My Shoes. Likes this course. Fresh for Jeff Mullins. I love the work tab. Juan Hernandez gets back on board. And this is not a need-the-lead type. He'll be up close, but I think he can sit if he has to. I respect Rugalok. He likes it here, too. Candy Bar comes off a good win in the Midwest. So there's a lot of horses you can toss in. But for selection purposes, 2-4 for me in race number 7. 8th and final, scratch 1, 4, 13. I thought the 1 had a lick. I was kind of disappointed by that scratch. Ryan, but we make do with what we have. I thought this was a real tough race to close out the card.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was 6-1 in here, didn't have any super strong opinions. I'm with you, though. I like the one, that was the old kitchen sink angle with so many changes going on. But the 6, make it a large, I thought deserved a good look for me. Has some good speed, drew well towards the middle of the field here. Fits versus this level, and again, I think you just want to be forward and has a really steady work tab for this level, which I like to see.
Yeah, again, I don't have a strong feel here. I just took a shot. I'm guessing on the 9 cross right hands for Peter Miller. Usually I'm not a giant fan of homebreds debuting for a tag, but in this case I can make an exception because this mare's been really good. This horse is a half to Baby Kristen, who's a 10-time winner, $250,000 earner. And also, this horse's half-brother runs earlier today. Druidic is a half, who's made $129,000. Peter Miller with a work over the surface. I love that. He's hunkered down at San Luis Rey, but he's got a gate work over the surface. David Cohen rides, and the price is right. So I'm just guessing on the 9 cross right hands. Pio Nino of the horse who's run, I think, is the horse to beat. Good try in the debut, kind of a flat effort second time out, fresh, and gets Juan Hernandez. So 9-7 for me. Ryan, a good card. It's an excellent gambling card. To me, it's the type of card, the way I bet, I could hit some home runs or I could get buried today because I got some opinions, and you got these big fields, which means tries, exactas, everything else is going to pay well today.
That's right. It's a very wonderful betting card, especially during this late pick 6. Yeah, we're either going to be right or we're going to get buried today.
Let's hope one of us is buying tonight. Ryan, thanks for your time. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Good luck.
Ryan Anderson's been my guest here. Thanks to all of you for watching. 45 minutes till the opener. I'll join you in about 25 minutes for a look into the paddock for race 1.